qualifying with the M4 rifle at basic training. Because maybe you're like me, and prior to basic, I had never even shot a long gun before. So what I would say, the best advice I can give, is to trust the process. There will be so many opportunities. You got the classroom portion, you got the hands-on portion, you got like an electronic video game setup with an augmented rifle where you shoot at electronic targets, you got the pre-qual, and then the qual, and then you'll probably have more than one opportunity to do the qualification course if you don't get it the first time. And I won't go into detail too much, I don't want to get hemmed up, but like, if you don't get it, like, the first try or the second try, like, they will find a way to get you to qual. You're going to get yelled and screamed at a lot, but like, you won't get recycled. If your cycle is like mine, they're going to say like, this is your last chance to qual, but like, it wasn't the last chance. The classroom portion, you just have to like learn some basic facts about the M4, about the ammunition, about, you know, how to take it apart and all that kind of stuff. They'll go over the actual qualification course, whereas, you know, got the 40 rounds over, you know, 5 shooting positions. You got the standing unsupported, prone unsupported, prone supported, kneeling supported, standing supported, and then that happens across kind of 4 iterations with 10 rounds. I won't get into like, there's 1 and then 9, but that's not even important right now. 10 rounds per position, and then you do your mag changes in between. You can go on YouTube right now and look up the configuration of the way that the targets show up, because if you look at it, it appears random, but it is the same random every time. It's the same as what's 10 years ago, as it was when I went to basic, as it is when you go to basic. Look at it, you can see which targets show up when. It goes something along the lines of, you know, they do the further ones at first when you're in the prone supported, like the 300, the 250, and then the 100 and 200, those will be like when you're doing the standing supported and such. But you can go and like memorize it. There are some strategies that some chose to do were like myself, not even shooting at the 300. You can like just not take a shot at the 300 at all and still get a good score if you hit all the other targets. But here's where it gets tricky. I'm kind of going off on a tangent, but this is all relevant. They'll recommend taking 1 shot per target because there's 40 rounds across your 4 magazines and there's 40 targets. So they say 1 round per target. What can happen is sometimes you might, you know, want to start doing your own little strategies where it's like, okay, well, I missed the 200, I'm going to take another shot at it. If you can remember the count, you're fine. But what can happen is if you finish that iteration of the 10 rounds or 10 targets and you still have ammo left in your magazine and you go to the next fighting position, now you still have, you know, 2 rounds. Now you have the situation where you're doing like a speed reload in the middle of your next fighting position, and that can throw you off. So why they recommend doing 1 round per target is because the way that the course is set up, there's a pause. After 10 rounds on the timer, there's a time when you can do your mag change and go to the next fighting position. If you try to do that during the iteration, unless you're like a real high speed at mag changes, you're going to get thrown off because the targets are still going to keep going up and down. So that's why they recommend 1 round per target. If you miss, you miss, keep on going. But if you can count, yeah, you're good. I was doing that because, yeah, it's like, you know, I missed the 200. I'm going to take another shot at it. You just got to remember, you know, keep count at that. Just basic rifle stuff. This is not unique to the qual. This is just for any weapon system. The recoil on the M4 is not horrible, but if you're not familiar with like weapons at all, it's not comfortable, right? Just because you have, you know, your weapon and it's doing something that you don't want it to do. The recoil kind of specifically is like back and up, right? And so what you'll see you and like some others doing is to try to correct for that, and you start to dip the muzzle because you're like, oh, it's gonna go back, so I'm going to dip the muzzle forward. You'll see like in the classroom stuff and on the range that any manipulation to the muzzle is just going to throw you off, you know, tens of meters. So that's why it's important to like just shoot the weapon as if it's not going to do anything. It's gonna move in a way that you don't like it to, but you just have to let it do its thing. It's going to recoil back on target. That's how you got to do it. Once you start trying to get into like these weird things where like, oh, I'm going to try to like correct for the recoil, that's where you're going to get messed up. It's you shoot the weapon, it's going to do something you don't want it to do, but you just lower the muzzle back down, put it on target, and that's how you do it. Listen to what they say, trust the process. You're going to do your group and zeroing first, where that's its own thing, where it's like when I first started it, I was all over the paper, right? You have to get it down to, I think, the size of a quarter, your grouping. First day, yeah, I think I probably missed the paper a couple times. it's a new thing. If you never shot a weapon before, it's the muscle memory is not there, so you just gotta get some reps in. Day 2, I had my zero down, and then once I actually got to the qualification course, I think the first time I shot a 15 out of 40. Like that's just, it's a new thing. By the second, third day, yeah, I was in the mid-20s consistently. So you just have to trust the fact that, you know, you have to get that muscle memory down. It's new. It's going to be uncomfortable at first. Do it better, and that's how you're going to get through it.